guys, welcome back. My name's Kat. I'm so happy to have you here. What a treat. Make sure you guys, sorry, this is too early in the video to be forcing you to subscribe. Don't worry, you probably might not even like me, so no pressure. But today I thought we could do a fun video talking about my thrifted wish list for autumn. Now, am I gonna realistically buy all of these things by the end of autumn or in time for autumn? No, because I am way too out of my depth right now and drowning in debt. By drowning in debt, I mean I just bought something from Klarna, which is like really not that much money. But before I buy anything, I need to pay that off first, because best believe I am a responsible girl. Not. Anyways, let's get into it. Okay, the first thing is vintage Victorian boots in cream, just below the knee. Now, there's this girl that I've mentioned on my channel before. You know, I've noticed she does a lot of the modeling for Motel Rocks and also many other places, but she is absolutely insanely gorgeous and has a beautiful YouTube channel as well, which is like no other. To be quite honest, I've never seen anyone like her that is like a influencer slash model slash whatever you want to call her, and she has really been like the biggest driving factor for why I want a pair of vintage Victorian boots, because she wears them in such like an elegant 70s whimsical kind of way, but she also wears them with like long bell-bottom jeans or whatever you call them. She wears them with shorts. She literally wears them with everything, and I feel like if I had a pair of those as opposed to cowboy boots, I would definitely be living in them. But I would like some of the zip, please. Next one, green handbag. It's a very specific shade of green. I saved this one on my Pinterest a while ago. And to be honest with you, after seeing this bag that Adorama got, I think eBay let her buy something from them. But it was this beautiful green color, and I love the look of that bag so much. I'm not exaggerating when I say I've literally dreamt about it in my dreams. And yeah, I feel like when you dream about something, it's like, wow, I really need to buy this. But it's such a full color. Like, I'm not a big believer on buying colors for certain seasons. Like, I like what I like. I feel like if something suits you, regardless of, I don't know, maybe your skin might get a bit darker in the sun or a bit paler in the winter, but I still don't think it makes a massive difference, because effectively your eye color and your hair color and your eyebrows and your eyelashes and your freckles or not freckles or your ginger hair, whatever, it's gonna stay the same. So effectively, I think it's very few times in the year when something maybe can't suit you, unless you've like dyed your hair a color that maybe doesn't suit you. And I'm not saying any dyed hair doesn't suit you, but it's very rare that I see girls and guys and everyone else with a hair that is bleached and suits them. Maybe that's a hot take, but I just know that this sort of shade of green would fit perfectly in with like the clothes I already own and like the colour palettes that I like. Next one, boat shoe. Now, if you've watched on my last wishlist videos, you'll know that I have been after more specifically the Timberland boat shoe, but I'll be real with you guys. If I see one that is cheaper and like £20 off Vinted and it's brown leather and I like the look of it and it's not too worn, then I'll be buying it. But I think this is such an autumn shoe. Actually, it's an autumn shoe in a photo, but if we take a step back and think, is like an exposed shoe actually practical in autumn in the UK? Probably not, but I feel like it would still fit the vibe, or the autumn vibe. Okay, next thing that I'm after is a high neck Victorian style top, and I brought one off Vinted a while ago, but it's still too new. It's not like vintage enough. You can just tell there's a fine line when it comes to lace and cream and flowy baggy material. You don't want to be too far Victorian child vibes, and you don't want to be too far mum just hit 40 vibes, like living by the sea vibes. So it's hard to get that in between, and this top that I did buy is very much mum just turned 40 vibes, and I really don't want that. So I'm trying to find one, but I don't want to be wearing it in like a preppy kind of way. I love contrast, as you may or may not know. That is like one of my favorite topics of conversation, like contrast and different things. And contrast doesn't mean that it needs to be necessarily offensive. Like, I can wear more of a preppy style high neck Victorian collar looking type skirt. I literally can't speak, but instead of wearing it all preppy with like a little black handbag and some loafers, I'd wear it with stupidly baggy jeans, maybe some cowboy boots, maybe some glasses, like something like that. It doesn't need to be preppy. Now, asymmetric detail on a jacket. I'm trying to find a jacket with an asymmetric detail. I mentioned this in my last video, but if I keep putting my middle finger out, it's because I have a cut on it, and I literally write on the bit and I can't really bend it, so it kind of hurts to like hold it like that. Ignore that. Now, I can't take full credit for this one because I saw Ash mention this in her videos a while ago. I can't remember what the video is called, but if I see it, I'll put it on screen. Oh, I'm so out of breath right now. But I'm not so sure about asymmetric things, but when Ash said like asymmetric detail, that just all the loose ends in my head just tied together, and I thought that is exactly what I love, like an asymmetric detail. But I didn't realize it until right now, because there's these two jackets, the men's wear method, and it was like their army military vintage liner, is it liner jacket? It was so cool, and hopefully they still have it up there because I've had that saved for so long, but I'm not going to be buying that specific one. But all of these things are obviously thrift things, so it doesn't mean there's one specific one that I want. Although quite specific with the things you do want, you do need to keep an open mind. But what I'm trying to find now is kind of what I'm looking for in this jacket. I want it to be a staple, something that I wear every day, something that I can get the use out of, and to be honest, something that goes with everything, but without it just being like a basic bomber jacket. By the way, a bomber jacket is going to come back in. That is something to think about. And also, I have a few criterias, but I'd say the main one is that it needs to sit on my waist. I don't want it longer. I don't want it on my bum. I don't want it cropped. I want it to sit like comfortably on my waist, if not just like below it. Like if I was wearing a belt, I'd want the belt maybe to be seen if I did that, so maybe not. Now, next one is like a vintage Realtree hoodie or t-shirt. I have one that I did buy recently, but I am looking for like an actual vintage one, or I'm looking for a Realtree camo t-shirt. And I know this has been a thing, but to be honest with you, I just wanted to wait until the bandwagon has passed. I literally don't know expressions. And then after it had passed, then I can think about it. It's one of those things where I'm like, I know I like it and I know it's going to be a staple, but I just don't want to be another girl in Primark looking camo clothes. And when I see it, and I really thought I would have found one by now, but I haven't. But that's what the winter time's for, honey. And I'm going to be charity shopping and looking again and looking again. So we'll see. And in case you're wondering, yes, I do think camo is most definitely a neutral. And you know what I actually quite like right now is that I'm not seeing like mainstream girls wearing it so much, but more I do see like the secondhand vintage girlies wearing it, and I'm glad that I'm just waiting it to die out a little bit more, and then us girls can be like, okay, you guys can go and throw your Shein camo cargo trousers in the bin and let it ruin the environment, but I'm gonna wear my vintage one that is taking me 2 years to find, but I look good. Next one, I want proper retro looking flat sneakers. Why did I just say sneakers? I meant trainers. Now, I feel like with flat trainers, it is hard to find something incredibly comfy, and my next shoe that I buy, I want to be something incredibly comfy, maybe my hiking boots, but I don't want to buy, because I buy so many secondhand shoes and I'm just like, oh, they're just all worn and not comfy. Maybe with flat shoes, inevitably it's just not going to be comfy because you don't want loads of padding and stuff, but maybe something like an Astro Turf shoe, something like that. But this is just one of those things I'm not in need for. In fact, I'm not even in need at all for it. It's just something where I'm like, oh, if I see it, it'll be nice. Next one is light wash jeans. Now, I don't know if people were saying this is still outdated, because I feel like the salvage dark denim is very much in, and this light denim is like, oh, that's so like 5 years ago or whatever. But I've seen this girl, her at is at Ruby Pigeon, and she has some that she wore shorts over the top of, and firstly, her style is so good, and secondly, why have I not thought to do that in autumn? It like just adds another layer to the outfit. It doesn't need to be crazy and offensive and out there. It can just be like, it's such a simple thing that she's done, but because the two denims are so of the same, it just looks so good. And best believe I will be doing this soon. But to be honest with you, with proper light jeans, I feel like unless they're vintage, inevitably they're just gonna look fake, especially when you buy them new. It's like that fake, like I want a pair of jeans that has been worn like naturally, not factory worn, so looks worn, when in actual fact it's just like looks too perfect. I don't want perfect looking jeans. No. Speaking of jeans, one of my friend's mums has just brought me these jeans. Actually, let me show you. I couldn't talk because I couldn't hold the jeans and the microphone, but they're actually kind of cool and they fit me really well. The only thing is they're really long, so I'm going to have to wear my cowboy boots with them. But yeah, I thought that was so sweet. Like someone saw them and thought of me. And I can't say I even know her like that well, but doesn't that just make you happy when someone thinks of you like that? Like, anyways, I'm going to end it here because tell me why at the end of my videos I just seem to chitter chatter ramble. Am I going to say the word yap, by the way? No, you've probably noticed I've not said that word. I detest that word. And I don't feel bad saying detest because that is technically a French word, right? So it's not like I'm slandering on the internet, but it stresses me out. And I've not made that public before, but I'm hearing it too much and I'm having to make it public because I was watching this guy on YouTube yesterday and he was saying to people, what is a song that you never want to hear again? And he's like a street interviewer and people kept saying the word yap and I thought, oh, forget what song do I never want to hear again, which by the way is Havana. Rather, what word do I not want to hear again? And that is a word I don't want to hear again. It stresses me out and it's too annoying. Anyways, I'm going to go now because this video and my last video I've filmed one after the other. And if you can't tell, I'm kind of on one today. Sometimes I'm like really chill, which I'm always chill, but sometimes I'm just a bit like shaky, like I don't know why. I've always been like it. Not sure what's going on with that, but I brought some Earl Grey, so I'm going to go chill out now. And hopefully I'm not so shaky in my next video and you can enjoy it in peace. Make sure you guys have subscribed because it will make a little white girl's day today. And make sure you follow me on my socials. It's downstairs in the bio. Down in the description in the bio. And have a good day, like on a real, like actually I do have some advice. So I've been getting really bad red all around here. I don't know if you guys get that in the winter as well when it's cold, but I yesterday was lying on my bed and I was like, I'm literally going to soak up all of the sun I can get. I shut my eyes, I was just focusing on breathing for a bit and the sun literally healed it all up. The sun does wonders. And I was also sat there like this because I wanted the sun to heal my cut and I feel like it has. I really won't give you a close-up. It is pretty savage. Sorry, if there's something wrong with me, you are all gonna know about it. But I'm actually gonna go now, so I hope you enjoyed this and I post all the time. Love you, bye.